Hello and welcome to episode 1 of Coffee with the President. I'm your host, Abdurrahman Tammam, and joining me today is none other than our President and Vice-Chancellor, Professor Mohamed Loutfi.
Thank you very much for inviting me to this coffee morning, although we can't see any coffees in front of us.
I mean, we are law-abiding citizens, so there won't be any coffee here in the first episode of Coffee with the President, but maybe episode 2 we could break the rules a little bit. We'll see how it goes.
We'll see.
Yeah. And today we're also joined by the perfect 5 representatives from our Faculty of Business Administration, Economics and Political Science and the Faculty of Communication and Mass Media. We have Abdurrahman Mu'taz from the Economics Department.
Hi. Hello. Hi.
We also have Nada Sobri from the Political Science Department.
Hello.
Hello. Nadine, or Nardine, sorry, from the Business Department. It's okay, Adi.
Yeah.
And finally, Tasneem from the
Hi,
Faculty
hello.
of Mass Communications and Media Mass Communications. I'm not sure. It's okay. It's
Masscom.
fine. Okay, Masscom, yeah. So, Professor Loutfi, you've had an insanely influential career in the educational landscape, starting out as a senior lecturer at the University of Sunderland, then becoming the Pro-Vice-Chancellor at Cardiff University.
Cardiff Metropolitan University.
Metropolitan University,
Yeah.
okay. And then becoming part of the Vice-Chancellor Special Envoy at the University of
Coventry?
Coventry, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I promise I did my research, but it's
Yeah.
just when you're in front of the camera, you get a little bit nervous.
Yes,
That's it.
absolutely.
It's fine. So, talk to me about that journey. Like, how did it all start? How did you develop and learn as time went on, and ultimately reaching the point you're at right now?
The journey started before going to the UK. So I studied in Alexandria University. And it was a very interesting experience to me. And we were just having a discussion before the podcast about liking what you study. And I really liked economics. So I excelled when I studied economics. I was the first on my class in Alexandria University in the economics department. Then I traveled to the UK. I first went to Norway for some research in system dynamics. Then from Norway, I went to the UK where I did my PhD at the University of Sunderland in system thinking, which led me to start working at Sunderland University. Following from this, I went up the ranks in the university, normal progression, from a senior lecturer to a principal lecturer. Then I was appointed on a university level. And then from there, I moved to Cardiff Metropolitan University as the Pro-Vice-Chancellor International. Then from there, I moved to Coventry University, and this was a special assignment. I was the Vice-Chancellor Special Envoy, which is really, it relates to leading strategic projects on behalf of the university, which included setting up their hub in Rwanda, in Singapore, in Dubai, and I was involved as well in setting up the Coventry branch in Cairo here at the new capital city.
Okay.
So it was a long journey, but it's all about dedication and focusing on what you're planning to do in your life.
Okay, that's good. And before we introduce our wonderful students, I want to give a special shout out to our viewers at home. I really appreciate the fact that you're watching this episode, and to showcase that appreciation, we'll be hosting a special giveaway. At the end of the episode, I'll be revealing a specific hashtag for you to post in the comment section below. And based on that, we'll pick 3 lucky winners. So watch till the end of the episode, win some special prizes. You could also cheat and skip till the end of the episode, see what the hashtag is, and then post it in the comment section. But if you do that, I will find you. That's a joke. Anyways, jokes aside, Nada, talk to me about yourself, your faculty. What's the most special thing about it?
My name is Nada Sabri. I am currently a senior student at the Political Science Department. It's very honorable to be with you today, Professor Loutfi. It has been very nice meeting you several times. I represented the BUE beside my colleague students. We represented the BUE at the International Conference on Security Studies in Amman last November. And when we got back, we met with Professor Loutfi, and we got some recognition from the professor. It was a really nice experience, and I think this summarizes my experience in university in general. The university gives the students the chance for international exposure as well as for national exposure by allowing them to discover their skills, their knowledge, and to utilize what they're learning in their university.
Okay, I have a quick question for you. After graduating, what's the next step? Like, what do you want to do after you're done with your university
That's a
studies?
very good question,
Yeah,
and it's
thank
a
you.
very tricky one as well.
Yeah, of course.
I don't like to limit myself to a certain thing, but I think like a short-term plan is to pursue a master's degree
Okay.
in our field, and this is what I'm working on.
Okay, that's nice. Okay, so Professor Loutfi, I kind of have a question for you based on what she said right now. For our viewers at home and students at home that want to pursue a master's degree, there's usually two main train of thoughts or like approaches when it comes to handling your master's degree. Some people think it's best to go for it as soon as you graduate, because if you don't do that, you're probably never going to end up getting your master's degree. Some people think, no, I should probably get a job first, get some real life experience, get some work experiences, and then use those experiences to transition into getting my master's degree. So what do you think is the best way to handle something like that?
I don't think there is the right and wrong answer to this one. So if a student already gained some life experience, like you did, like you represented the university in an international conference, and actually this takes me back to the point that at the British University in Egypt, we say what it says on the tin. We develop students to reach their full potential, and we develop global citizens of the world that have an international experience. So that's why we support students going even to conferences like the one you did in your field. But going back to the main question, which is doing the masters before or after, well, if you already accumulated enough experience while you were studying an undergraduate, and you want to go to the master's degree straight away, this is something that would add to you. But some people would say, as you rightly said, that it's better to have a real life experience in the middle, especially if you go in the business field, like an MBA, and if you're going into the business community. So if you go down the route of working for a year or two, then this would be better for your masters. This also, reflecting on this a bit, it's in the past. Jobs were discipline based, so you graduate from the faculty of business degree in accounting to be an accountant. The jobs of the future are not like this. They are more of a technology based. They're around technologies, and with the fifth industrial revolution or the fourth industrial revolution and the challenges that we're facing across the world in the job market at this point in time, it would be ideal if you actually try to work for a bit, then pursue further education, because it's not about what you're going to study and implement. You have to learn. You have to be lifelong learners. So the more you understand what the job market needs, the more you understand what the community needs, the more you'll be able to align yourself with the expectations of the job market. If you're going to pursue a career in higher education, then you don't have any other route but at this point in time, but to start straight away on your master's. But if you're going into the job market, you're not going to pursue a career in higher education, which is also a good way of looking at things. It's very important that you try to understand what is the requirements of the job market before you pursue further studies.
Okay, that was a great answer, actually.
Thank you.
Moving on to Abdulrahman from our economics department. Give us a brief introduction about yourself, what you do outside of college, and what's the most special thing about your faculty. Basically what she just said.
Okay. So I'm a third year student at the economics department. I just finished my third year, so I will be joining my fourth year this September. I'm also currently on virtual exchange with the University of Cologne in Germany. I actually like this opportunity because I love how the BUE gives me a lot of opportunities to get to experience like studying abroad, even if it's virtual, any kind of international experience. We get to experience this a lot here in the BUE. Perhaps one of my most special moments at the BUE was when I interned as a research assistant with the head of department. This was in the summer of 2020. I really learned a lot from this internship. I mean, it even developed my interest to be a researcher in the future, even though I'm still not sure whether I want to do this in an academic context or outside of academia. So basically, yeah, that's all.
Okay, that's nice. And if anyone has any questions about whatever answers they give, just go right ahead, like the floor is yours, that's fine. But yeah, that's really, really cool.
Very interesting to hear this as well, which actually it's a different kind of experience, but being involved in our partnership with the University of Cologne and traveling there, it also emphasizes the fact that we are a student-centered university, emphasizes that we aim for citizenship, and citizenship with an international experience. So your citizenship is an Egyptian citizenship, but with an international experience. So I'm actually glad that you enjoyed your studies at the university.
Thank you.
Okay, nice. Now moving on to our film and media major, Tasneem. Go right ahead.
Okay, so I'm Tasneem. I'm a senior student, or I'm graduating actually, from filmmaking. Actually, the most special thing about the university for me, it's about this year, because this year I got the chance to socialize more. Especially when I entered the theater team, it really helped me a lot through my studies, because at that time I understood what it means to direct or to make a project on something. I got the chance to socialize more and especially to learn a lot from the director that was directing the theater play. And that's it. I really enjoyed my year, and especially when making our graduation project. It was really hard to make.
Yeah.
So I hope I graduate in peace. Yeah.
Okay, hopefully we all do. You guys all do. I already graduated.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Okay, and now moving on to Nardeem from our business department.
Hello.
Hello, hi.
Okay, basically, I'm Nardine, a senior student. I'm basically graduating in 3 months after finishing my dissertation, which is something I'm really glad to be sharing with you today, that the BUE has exposed me to such experience. First of all, Tawan, I would like to express my being really honored and pleased to meet you all today and to share our experiences, especially Professor Mohamed Loutfi. And I would like to thank him so much for making my experience at the BUE really smooth and really student-centered, and like mixing the professional and academic life with the personal and social life. This was one of the most important things that make me join such a great and outstanding university with national and international exposure. Like it provided me with opportunities in different fields, like internship opportunities and opportunities to share in different competitions, and to get exposure. Especially what has made it really exciting this year is having the finance lab at our faculty, which has improved my skills in like applying what I'm studying and seeing what's happening in real life in the finance context. One more thing is that I traveled to USA with my friends, with my BUE friends and professors, and it was really nice and very adding to my personality, and it like boosts my enthusiasm to complete studying. I don't want to be so much talkative, but this experience is worth a lot of hours of talking. I totally appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you all for being here. Okay, I'm gonna ask kind of a silly question right now. I don't know. You don't have to answer it if you don't want to. That's fine.
I'll try.
Describe your faculty in 3 words. Okay.
It's fun
Hmm?
and it's value adding.
Okay, that's fine. Whenever I ask that question, I thought people would be like lots of work or a lot of study, something like that.
I mean that's
fine.
true, but
Yeah.
it's more. It's really fun. So the hard work is interesting to do.
Yeah, I would like to emphasize the challenging part. Like the faculty is really challenging, but on the professional level, it's really good, and it's a very good experience, and I think it's full of enthusiasm. Like if you're enthusiastic and interested in what you're doing, like what Professor Loutfi has mentioned before, like loving the thing you're studying actually makes it more valuable and makes it more interesting to work more. So I kind of agree with what Professor Loutfi said before.
What we're trying to create for our students here is a safe environment. We want you to while you're studying as well, to get interaction with the real world, like as you said, internships, work placements, because we want you to make mistakes in a safe environment, to understand what the world entails and I'm glad that all of you had some sort of an international experience, either going to the States, to Germany and to Amman. And this actually is part of the priorities of the universities to create a global citizen or an Egyptian citizen with a global perspective. You work in the School of Media. I'm sure this exposes you to the world, because I've seen as well at your end the labs, and it's impressive. It's actually very impressive. And I've seen the newsroom.
Yes.
In the newsroom, it has the same. They told me that it has the same software that actually the channels like on TV and they use them. So it gives you a real world experience or a real life experience of what you're going to experience in the real world.
Yes, actually, what made me choose mass media in the BUE was seeing the studios here. One of my relative families are studying here, so I came and saw the studios, and I was so impressed. That's why I chose to study mass communication.
I don't know if what I'm saying now is advertising for channels, external channels, but what I was told is that the softwares that we're using here for collating the data and collating the news is the same ones that are used in DMC, in on TV and in another channel. So it actually, when you go and work in the real world, you're familiar with the same softwares to collect the news from. What you mentioned, and this is actually, I was really impressed by what you said, and especially that you referred to the financial lab. Yes. The financial lab, it's one of a kind. It's one of a kind in the region, actually.
It's like a mystery.
Yes.
It's like full of secrets and full of things that make my mind just, oh, this exists in the real world and it's available in our university.
Yes. I think it's safe to say that we're the only university in the region that has such a lab with 23 nodes linked to the stock exchange in London, to give you a real life experience on how the financial world operates. And our relationship with the Egyptian Stock Exchange is going from strength to strength, and they're supporting us and they're actually going to use our lab to train others from the community, which is part of the mission of the university, which is working with our community and supporting our communities.
Yes,
so I'm so glad that you really got a chance to experience the lab. I wish when I was a student I had such an opportunity to see such a lab and I understand as well is that you actually have a portfolio and you actually try to you've got a bond or
real life
and you made money or something like that?
Yes, and I had another opportunity to go to the Egyptian Stock Exchange place itself, training through the university, and to apply. This is before getting the exposure of the financial lab. So basically this got me like going into reality and see it in the real world, and then coming into the safe environment we all have here in order to try and to see the university offers us is really valuable. Really, I totally value this.
What I was told as well is that year 1 or year 2 students now they have some sort of a portfolio of stocks, and they're trading in the stock exchange, and they actually made money out of it, virtual money, of course. So
yes, it's like a competition, I think, and they have they see the winners, and they go afterwards into real trading after being trained. So basically, this is a safe environment to try and to learn, and to learn how to think, not what to think. Basically. Yes.
Okay, final question. Where do you see the British University in Egypt 2, 3, 4 years from now? I mean, like, another way to ask that question is this a new era for the British University in Egypt? Are the next coming years going to be something different than what we were used to previously? Like, tell me, where are we going? Where is it going to go?
The British University in Egypt is a well-established university, if you can see this from the ranking tables. I think we've in one of the latest ranking tables, we're the 4th in Egypt in the research. The way we're moving forward actually is that our competition is not in Egypt; it's outside of Egypt. So we're trying to to create links with the international community, to build links with the regional communities, and to try to give our students an international experience. Being student-centered is a key. So identifying that we're student-centered is the most important thing for us. So when I sit and listen to students that have been involved in real-life experience, like when you went to the stock exchange, it fills me with joy, because this is what we are about, a student-centered university. So our research would support our students, our teaching would support our students, even our community engagement would support our students. And we are now focusing on how can we get involving our students further in things related to the climate change, to have something like a common purpose for the university. Everything we do is related to our environment. The future is about digital, and the future is about as well the society that we live in, and it's about sustainability. And I think with the activities that are happening here, and I see it through you, this is something that fills me with pride and joy.
Okay, thank you for that great answer. And I think that's basically it for episode 1 of Coffee with the President. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. It was really, really, really fun. And I did not forget about the giveaway for the viewers at home. Go into the comment section below and write hashtag Coffee with the President, or maybe hashtag, wow, this podcast is so cool, or anything along those lines. I'll go into the comment section, we'll see the hashtags, and then we'll pick 3 lucky winners based off of that. So thank you for watching. Thank you all for being here. And
Thank you.
that's pretty much it. See ya. Bye.